evening. I'm Denise Dalgleish and I'm with Circular Eco, and we are here tonight at the Gala dinner at the APAC Energy Transition Week, and I'm here with my wonderful guest Diana. Diana, could you please introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're here tonight?
Well, it's been a long journey, I should say. 1992, or 1990 really, I had a vision of women trading the globe. And someone said to me, how am I going to do that? And I said, well, do you know that an idea can be more powerful than an army? And I said, today, now, with that idea, we now have women trading the globe, and we have over 14 to 15 chapters around the world, and we're trading between our chapters. And next year, we're going to hold a huge summit here, and all of them are going to come into Melbourne, looking for opportunities to do all sorts of innovative ideas, bringing their ideas here and us colluding with them. And it's just so exciting to see women of all nations coming together. Very, very exciting.
Diana, I think that you were probably a pioneer in your field. I think that you have been a woman in business for decades now, where women, I think, in recent years are only really starting to come into their own. How was it, I guess, a challenge for you in early days when you were probably in many male-dominated fields?
Yes. What actually really generated the idea about women, I was with the Victorian Chamber of Commerce at the time, and I was the only woman amongst all the male members on that council. And I started to see that women were beginning to start businesses. And I said, now you've got to be able to, I said to the chairman and everything on that board, I said, now you've got to look after these women. I said, they're going into a sea of suits. I said, and they're not really comfortable, so you've really got to help them. So I haggled with them for over 6 months. I said, all right, guys, I'm going to start a Chamber of Commerce for women. And we are the only one in the world today. How's that?
I think that's really important, Diana, to have those forward-thinking men of many generations ago championing women. Yes. And having those male champions. And also, I think it really did take a lot of spirit from women to stand up to those men and to walk into rooms where they, I guess, previously had not been allowed or not been accepted. So I would imagine that it would really take quite a strength of character for a woman to succeed in a male-dominated world.
Well, you have to be a bit gutsy. And you have to believe in yourself, because there are many, and it took a long time for men to actually relax with us. I can remember when I went on to my first board position, and it was my first day, and they came into the boardroom, and they asked me if I'd make them a cup of tea. And I said, well, I'd be delighted to make you a cup of tea, but how about you come with me and make me a coffee? And they said, oh, I am sorry. But you know what? It's because I laughed, and they laughed, and it broke the barriers. Many, many women try to be too mannish and try to be someone they're not, and because they feel they've got to be like men. My goodness, the feminine spirit is strong. Come on, it's our talent. Use it, my goodness. And use sense of humor in business. Don't ever take yourself too seriously, because if you do, you will find yourself blocked into a corner. And this is not what we want. We women work with men jointly together now. We've got the female brain and we've got the male brain. Now they're working together well. Fantastic.
I think that's a really important point, Diana, because I think that if women try to be like men in business, it's kind of missing the point. We absolutely have a brain that works differently to men, and we can complement each other as long as we're accepted into the room and accepted with a seat at that table. So I think that's a really great message for tonight. And thank you so much for sharing some of your experiences with us. It's been a delight to speak to you.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Diana.